If you're experiencing a nasty Halloween hangover, aka the post-Halloween blues, then don't worry, we've got you covered because Halloween never ends here.
Cool Mates Entertainment presents Not Another Spooky Podcast.
Hey Ghoster Squad, welcome back to Not Another Spooky Podcast, aka your favorite spooky slumber party. I'm Mandy Spooks.
And I'm Rabbit Loves Horror. We're just two lifelong besties keeping the spook alive together all year.
Today we're grave digging into how we kept the spook alive for Halloween weekend, aka Halloweekend. To set the vibe for this episode, let's get into some slumber party shenanigans. Today's game is Bone, Marry, Slash. Oh! Okay, so monsters are all the buzz these days, even though I said they were cool way before they were trendy. There is tons of news breaking out, though, about all of the monster movies coming in 2026, which is making me so happy. So I thought we could do a little monster version, a little monster mash, a monster mash Bone, Marry, Slash. Ooh.
It's a Monster Mash edition.
Yeah, this is going to be so hard for me. Okay, we have Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Wolfman.
This one's really hard. And I think if I would have watched the new Frankenstein movie, I think my options would have changed because I would have had that man in mind for this one. But
Yeah.
I'm going off like traditional monsters as we remember them. So I'm going to have to slash Frankenstein. I'm sorry. I'm sure I'm going to regret that. And then I'm going to bone Dracula because vampires are hot. And I guess I'm just going to have to marry the Wolfman. I mean, he's the one that's going to be just a human for some of the time. Maybe like every night, every now and then, he'll have to turn into a werewolf and he can go off by himself and have some fun. And then come back home afterwards. But I think that's my decision. How about you?
Oh my god. It's crazy because this should be easy for me, like, in my own DNA and branding of Mandy Spooks.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh my god, when you actually think about it in this term, or in, like, this situation, I can't. I'm just gonna say I'm out on this round. Okay, it's hard because Frankenstein owns my heart. It is like he's the entire reason I'm like spooky since Monster Squad. Like, I've always had a love for Frankenstein, but it's also like when I said I'm basically married to Beetlejuice, I'm also basically married to Frankenstein because Rudy is like a very misunderstood monster. Well, bone Dracula for sure. Like, yeah. But also, if you marry Dracula, you have eternal life if you become a vampire.
True.
And then you could you could fulfill all your dreams. Imagine, like, you could just relive your dreams over and over again, which is very fitting for me right now.
Yeah. You can have different lifetimes with them.
Yeah. I'm sorry. This could go on forever. I really can't pick.
It's a hard decision.
When you said Wolfman, like, oh, but it's nice because he turns into a wolf every now and then, I thought you were going to say because you could cuddle him, like Jacob vibes.
No.
But that's so, and you're like, no, you want alone time. Okay, well, in terms of monsters, Wolfman would be crazy and might kill me, not actually cuddle me like Jacob. Because Wolfman's different from, like, a werewolf, like in Twilight. So I guess I'll slash Wolfman. I'm going to convince myself that it would just be too dangerous.
Yes.
And then I can't believe I'm going to do this to myself. I will bone Frankenstein.
Oh.
And marry Dracula. I'm sorry.
That is
I'm being
crazy.
Selfish. I know, but like I said, I have Frankenstein, but Dracula just comes with like literally infinite perks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's
so
hot.
Many possibilities.
I would be like the most gorgeous vampire. I could do whatever I wanted. Like, I'm sure we could have like an open relationship of some sort. I don't know. It's just kind of like I'm living the Frankenstein life right now, you know?
That's so funny.
That was really hard. I don't know why we did that to ourselves.
I know. We gotta start making them kind of easy.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some
haunted housekeeping.
All right, Ghosters, I obviously need to address like many skeletons in the room, but I do want to say I'm sorry that this episode is late. I take 100% accountability for this. As you all know, I have officially started production for Bad Boy, and it literally happened as we were supposed to film this episode, and I quickly realized in true Mandy Spooks fashion that I had overcommitted to a lot of things. But I kind of feel like it has worked out because I have even more to share for my little Halloween recap with you guys. But I also want to say that, you know, like as we've been thinking about all this behind the scenes, we are realizing like, okay, we still need to continue to make this even more sustainable for ourselves. So we're going to aim to really like try to keep these shows streamlined and maybe shorten them a little bit and make sure that we both have work-life balance, because I also don't want Rabbit to fall down the rabbit hole that Mandy Spooks has of always basically living life around content. So I hope that you guys I think you guys will understand that, but also hopefully you'll feel that we're more in it when we're doing things that way to have our work-life balance. All right, Ghosters, before we grave dig into today's main event, let's turn this spooky slumber party into a seance and call upon Menser Van Ghoul.
Well, the holiday season is over. No more Halloween, no more preparation, just calm peace. Just this past week, we took down all of our Halloween decorations, so it's been pretty quiet and pretty calm here. But for this week's Sinister Sketch, I didn't want to leave any stone unturned, so I finished a project that I don't think you're aware about yet. So I'll go ahead and share that now. So I wanted to finish the Halloween season with the favorite cereal mascots, Boo Berry, Frankenberry, and Count Chocula. Well, I did Boo Berry a few weeks back, but I wanted to do the other two just to really make sure that I didn't leave any project unfinished this holiday season. And these are my three little favorite guys. I really enjoy their cereal. They're always delicious. And I just wanted to draw them in my own style and make them kind of cute and give a kiss to the end of the Halloween season.
That is so cute. I love how Frankenberry is not yassified. That's what you call it, right? You say you yassify your characters. But he was like the opposite, and it's so cute. I just want to pat his little belly.
I agree. He is so adorable. He's so chunky. I just want to give him a little hug. But I think my favorite out of all of them is Count Chocula. He just looks like a drag queen to me. With the brows and the hair and the huge coat, or the coat. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's cute.
Yeah, spend a little extra time on him because vampires are always going to be my favorite option.
Yeah, he's really cool. I feel like every character you do makes for an amazing costume that I want to see you guys bring to life.
I don't know if I can show that much midriff if I was Frankenberry, but maybe.
Maybe not Frankenberry, but for sure Count Chocula, Terrifier. There's been a few other ones.
Yeah.
These are all so cool, though. I love seeing how creative you've been getting with everything.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
So super quick before we wrap things up, I want to ask the question of which are both of your favorite monster cereals, because you can only have one.
I think the last one I ate was Boo Berry, so I'm just going to go with Boo Berry because I don't think I have a favorite, because I don't think I like the chocolate taste of cereals. Like, I don't like the Cocoa Puffs. I don't like any of the chocolatey cereals for some reason. It just tastes like a different kind of chocolate, but I like sweet, fruity kind of cereals.
I feel like every time we get asked a favorite question, we always have the same favorite, and it bothers me. But yeah, it's definitely Boo Berry. That's the best one. I like Frankenberry. It's okay, and Count Chocula is just not it for me. He's the coolest mascot for sure, but definitely not the best cereal. It's all about Boo Berry.
That is so funny. I think you guys are the only ones I've ever heard answer with that.
Really? What about you?
I wish it was Frankenberry, honestly, but it's Count Chocula. Like, I don't usually like sugary cereals, but I love the aftertaste of the milk because it leaves it chocolatey. So there's just like no experience like having a bowl of couch chocula and then having the milk afterwards.
Like a little treat.
It's
We learned
delicious.
something new this week. Sinister sketch as always, Spencer.
Sketch you later.
All right, Ghosters, it's time for our favorite chat of the week, Keeping the Spook Alive.
It's alive! It's alive!
Okay, Rabbit, how did you keep the spook alive over Halloweekend?
So, much like all of my past Halloween days, they've been not as spooky as the days and weeks coming up to actual Halloween or Halloween weekend. So during this Halloween weekend, we went up to Santa Barbara, which is like a 2-3 hour drive north from where we live, because of a friend's wedding that we had to attend. It was my second time in Santa Barbara, but I hadn't been in years. I think I went back in maybe like high school, middle school, and it is such a nice city. Like we went right off the harbor, so we were like maybe a 15-minute walk away from the ocean. So it was a really nice area, and the weather was really nice. It was like 70s, so it was like perfect costume weather because costumes could get hot. So it was like the perfect weather outside for Halloween. But we just stayed on. So if you know Santa Barbara or know the area, we stayed on the main street, which is called State Street, and it's a bunch of like little stores and a bunch of bars, I guess clubs, but mostly bars and hotels. And it's just like the main street where everybody can just like walk up and down and just have fun, even like on a regular weekend. And I guess also in Santa Barbara, e-bikes are a thing. They're like everywhere.
Oh.
So we got in costume.
Ooh, I kind of love where this is going.
We dressed up and we were in the hotel getting ready, and then we go downstairs and you can hear like because our hotel's like right in the middle of everything. So we're like walking down the stairs and you could just hear like the music bumping from the outside, which is really cool. It's like a little appetizer getting into the main street. But have you heard of Sharky's?
No.
No, it's like a college kind of bar, but it's like I feel like it's always near like the ocean. Like there's always a Sharky's near the ocean, and it kind of feels just like a sports restaurant kind of feeling, where it has like the big fish bowls that you can order. Anyways, there was like one right next door to us, and that's where like all the music was coming from. But anyway, we had to go take a picture with our friends that were getting married at this theater up the street. So I had the great idea of taking an e-bike.
Oh my god.
So we rented e-bikes and we literally rode the bike all the way up State Street, and it was so fun. Michael was struggling because his e-bike was not working. So like the electronic part of the bike wasn't on. Like it just wasn't working for him. So he had to like manually ride a bike. But
oh no.
I'm sorry, but I was having the time of my life. It was so much fun just riding a bike, and you just like barely pedal, and it's, I don't know, just propelling itself because of the electricity. But also it was like,
Was it a weird adjustment?
I was like wobbly in the beginning because it was like going too fast. I'm like, okay, calm down. I can't go this fast. So yeah, it did take a little bit of adjustment, but then once I got going, I was like, oh, this is fun. So yeah, it was just so funny because you were just dressed up as Wario and Waluigi on e-bikes driving up the street. It was like a little Mario Kart moment, and there were people like screaming on the sides of the road, like on the sidewalk, and they're like, Wario. Like, it was so fun. So we went to go meet up with the couple and took a picture with them, and then we went back down to State Street and went to a brewery outside and had a few beers. Then just like walked up and down the street, went to one of the bars, I guess. Bars that had like an outdoor DJ. It was a place called Augie's, which charged us a $10 cover each. And I was like, you're just
Dang,
a bar.
A lot.
Yeah. And they charged us tax on our cover charge because it was all, you had to use a card. Like there was no cash for cover,
Oh.
and this is weird. But we got in. It was super, super busy, like crazy packed everywhere. Like there was lines to get into every bar. This one didn't have that big of a line, so we're like, okay, let's do this one. But it maybe took us like 20 minutes to get a drink because how busy the bartenders were. But we finally got our drinks and we were just on the dance floor dancing, and that was pretty much our night, and just walking up and down State Street looking at people's costumes. I think that's like my
Oh.
favorite part, is just like seeing other people dress up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's cool. You're brave. I've never been brave enough to like actually go like bar hopping on Halloween because I also fear like I could not handle like the cover charges and the lines and all of that. But it sounds like you guys had fun.
Yeah, it definitely was fun. And also the streets are blocked off. Like, so there's like some main streets where cars can like pass through, but for the most part, like from north to south, like the streets are blocked off, so you can just walk around on the street. Like there's no worry about like getting hit by a car or anything. So yeah, it was just nice. It was fun. It was a good time.
That is really cool. Sounds very relaxed.
It was very
And
chill.
like a nice little adventure too at the same
Yes,
time.
it was.
Because it
Yeah.
was something new. That's awesome.
So yeah, that was my Halloween night. How about you?
I am very surprised to share that I have a lot to share for my Halloween. But first of all, I wanted to share that I am going to have this the gourd tree pumpkin cider. I got it at Trader Joe's, and this is my very own cheers to the Halloween season, because my god, did I do too much.
You did so much this season. I feel like you always do a lot, but I feel like you topped yourself this year for sure.
Yeah, I really outdid myself. And also I realized I never shared one of Poppy's gifts for me. Don't look at my nasty production nails. I have production hands now, and it is not a vibe. But yeah, Poppy brought me this. Isn't it so cute? It says it's
It
freaking
is.
bats.
It is so cute. Yeah, if you're just listening, it's a coaster with 2 bats, and it says it's freaking bats, and it has corn candy. It is so cute. Is it
Yeah,
purple?
it is. Yeah, it's lavender. Isn't it so cute?
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm sorry I forgot to share that sooner. It's like it lives on my desk now. And also this is really good. It's a pumpkin cider, so I'm pretty happy with this.
It looks, the artwork on it is really cute. And sorry, if you're
Yeah.
just listening, it is called the gourd tree, and it's like a big, massive tree with jack-o'-lanterns kind of hanging off of it. It is so
Yeah.
cute. Does it taste good?
It is. It's pretty good. It's not like overwhelmingly sweet. All I can see is that it's 160 calories, and I don't like
Oof.
drinking calories.
Yeah, that's hard.
Like, why did they have to put that? Why'd they have to ruin it and let me know how bad it is? But yeah, I guess I'll try to go in chronological order, even though what I really want to talk about is my first filming weekend. But I had mentioned that I wasn't going to get to do like my traditional Halloween thing, but I love to challenge myself, and I did it all. So we got invited to a private party that Horrid was throwing, and we've talked about like Horrid, where I took Rabbit, and it's Denver's horror shop. They were doing a private party for like their friends and family, and Ghouls Night Trivia was there. They were kind of like starting off the night with horror trivia, Halloween trivia specifically, and then it was like a dance. They had like a cool DJ, but apparently the reason they were throwing this was to announce that they finally got their liquor license. So for their 2-year anniversary, they're gonna have a event called Nightmare on Nakoma Street, I think, because like that's where they're located, and that's gonna be like the official first time they serve alcohol and stuff. And I'm so bummed because we're filming that day.
Oh no.
So I can't make it, and I'm like really upset because like I have followed Horrid through like their entire journey since I moved here. Like they started off as like a little pop-up event, and then like the store happened, but then like they expanded to have like a coffee shop and a event menu and a tattoo shop, and I'm just like, I'm gonna miss this like milestone for them. So I'll be there in spirit. But yeah, it was really cool. It was really, really cool to just be there to celebrate like the official announcement. They were so happy. And the owner, Emerald, I think you met her. She has like dark hair. She's like a total goth girl. And she dressed as Morticia, and her
Oh.
partner was Gomez. But then they had a pug dressed as Pugsley, and it was so cute. It was really, really cute. So we hung out there and we danced for a while. It was really fun. And then Bert, one of my friends that actually is one of the ghouls from Ghouls Night Trivia, invited us to like a Halloween house party. And then there was more karaoke. So I had the time of my life. I had so much fun because there were also people there that loved like pop music as much as I do. So at one point there was this other gay guy that was like, "Can I sing Sabrina Carpenter with you?" And so like we were singing together, and it was just like, it's just crazy. Like, you know how usually when you go to like a house party or something as like an outsider, everyone's like, "Who is that?" Or like you feel like the outsider. Everyone was so nice and so welcoming. Like, it was just such a fun vibe. And so we got home, like, I want to say around 1. And I was like, I think Halloween night for me was like, we made it. Like, we survived this insane, like, thing of a season where, like, every single day had something on the calendar. Like, 31 days of Halloween was truly, like, a dream come true for me. And then I knew, okay, filming starts next weekend. And so I was just like, I have to have 24 hours to like myself. And like Rudy was so tired, and so he didn't go to sleep. I made my nachos and my chili cheese dogs at 1 a.m. Yes.
That's so
I
funny.
was like, I'm not giving up on this. Like, I have to keep one thing for just me, like selfishly.
Yeah.
And then Rudy tapped out. He went to bed. I was like, are you serious? Because he's always like the one who wants to stay up. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy this. And I like watched Monster Squad for a little while. And then I watched a little bit of Hocus Pocus. And then at 4 a.m. I was like, okay, maybe it's time to call it.
You partied hard.
I
4
know.
a.m.?
I was really, really like, I deserve this. And so I went to bed, and then I woke up, and we were supposed to prep for the production. And I was just like, I need a day to just relax. So then I got on Dreamlight Valley, because I always, like, I don't play often, but I always make it a priority to play during their Halloween event so that I can get, like, all the Halloween decor, all the things. And then I pretty much give up. And I like to collect things, like, if one day I'm going to have this whole, like, 2 months to decorate my entire valley spooky. That's never going to happen. But in my head, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to collect, because you never know when a year like 2020 will happen again.
Exactly. You never know. That's why I still collect my one Michael's little Spooky Town item. And I did do it, actually. When we came back, I think we went to Michael's a couple days ago. And yeah, when you text me, they're still in store now, or like they're on the app. And yeah, we went to Michael's, 60% off. And I got a new little, I think it's like a facade of like a front house. And they're like kind of like decorating it for Halloween. And it looks really cute. So I added another little item. So just like you, one by one adding things.
Yeah.
Oh, and then also adding to your other video game thing, Marvel Rivals is a game that I play, and they have a Halloween event in there too, and it's called Marvel Zombies. So I've been addicted to that. So you could play as like Blade, Thor, some other people I can't remember right now. But yeah, you just kill zombies, like hordes and hordes of zombies, and I've been obsessed.
That sounds really fun.
It's really fun, yeah.
Is it stressful though?
The harder levels, yes. I'm trying to beat the last level, which is called Nightmare 4. And that's like the hard of the hardest rounds you can do. And the thing, I almost beat it. But at the end, there's 2 Wandas that come out. And they just destroy everything all around. You have to be very tactful when you go against her. And I couldn't do it. And I died. I was so upset. I think I screamed because I was so upset. It's taken me so many tries, but I'll beat it one day. Hopefully before the end of the month.
I have no idea how you still fit in time to game consistently. I forget that you still do it between everything we're doing and talking about.
Yeah. I have to.
That's funny. No, that's cool. But yeah, so I did that, and I just literally remembered as we're talking, I'm like, I have like 4 hours left to keep earning, because I think today's like the last, I don't know if it's today or tomorrow, but yeah, so I really enjoyed getting back into Dreamlight. It's like my calming thing once a year, I guess, basically. And I think everyone who follows me knows that I'm like a Spookmas queen. Like, I love Spookmas. If anyone is new to the Mandy Spooks Schoolmates universe, Spookmas is my own take on like Creepmas, Hexmas. What else do they call it? Gothmas.
Oh
All
my
of the
gosh.
spooky musses. What did you say?
That's so funny. I just, oh my gosh, so many names for it.
Yeah, there is so many names for it. But I always just said Spookmas because like I don't think I'm goth or creepy all the time, you know. But I wanted to challenge myself to not go into Spookmas mode until after this past weekend, because we were filming the kill scene for Bad Boy. And so for me, that was like, okay, that's gonna be like the real wrap on Halloween for me. So I'm kind of glad that this episode ended up working out to talking about it after. As you guys can see in my background, if you're watching, it is very different from normal. There's like boxes, the ice chest, wardrobe behind me. My like coffee cart is like right there in the corner because it couldn't be like on set. So this room is basically now our staging area, and this is like where the cast and crew hangs out during filming, and we have like snacks and literally like a mess on the other side. But I literally feel like I am not the same person on this episode anymore that I was the last time we talked, which is like so crazy, and I don't want to get emotional about it, but like I grew so much over the weekend, and it was like the first time that I like fully understood what we've gotten ourselves into, but also like our potential at the same time, which is crazy. The kill scene went so freaking good, and I like cannot wait for it to come together. Like, as it was happening on, like, I have a little director's monitor, as I was seeing like the shots come together, I was just like, oh my god, we did it. Like, it is gold. Like, it is better than I imagined it in my head. Like, everyone, like, it takes a village, genuinely. Like, we're so happy we got the special effects supervisor that we did. Like, she's so good at what she does. Everything just like came together so well, and I was just like, holy crap, it worked. Like, it came together like I envisioned it in my head, and somehow we pulled it off. Like, the hardest thing, like, it was so crazy for us to start day one with like the hardest scene to film, but then it was done, and I was like, okay, we ripped the band-aid, that the worst is over, and hopefully everything is a lot easier from here. But I really feel like I'm just literally not the same anymore, and it sounds like so dramatic to say, but I really feel like overnight I just like grew 10 times larger.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's really weird.
No, yeah, I definitely agree. I think you had like a revelation. You're like, wait a minute, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, or I don't know, just like something clicked in your brain, I think. And it's kind of funny because we've been pretty much no contact for like this past couple of days because you've been so busy, and we were like, let's just you're busy, let's place a pause on this episode, and we'll just come together in a couple days after you're done at filming the kill scene. And yeah, so we've been had like no contact for a couple days, which is weird because we've usually talked every day
I
for
know.
the past, I don't know how long. But yeah, we've been no contact, so it's kind of cool to just see you come back and just like something just clicked in your head. So that's really cool. And also, I like that you have a messy background because it's like a little Easter egg to the short
Yes.
film. So like I'm like looking at something right now that people are just looking like, hey, why is that there? It's so messy. But then when they watch the short film, they're like, oh, that's what that was.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm kind of living in it. It was so funny because like I sent out the call sheets, and at the very top it was like social media policy, like you cannot post any spoilers, any of this. And then I did that little like, because I was just so excited to share. Like, it's so funny because I've never had like this motherly bone in me of like wanting to host, and like, you know how some people are just like, they loved, well, you talked about this, how you would be the host that like has that huge Halloween party and all this. And like I've never had a motherly bone in my body before. Like I've never wanted kids. I've never wanted like any of that or hosting parties. But like since this process started, every time like our cast or crew has got in here, I feel this like warm feeling in my heart of like, oh, like our babies are here, because that's really how it feels. Like it's so dumb. But like I was at Costco like before filming started, and I was getting like all the snacks for everyone, and I was like, I am a soccer mom now. Like this is what I am now.
Getting all the snacks.
It was so weird. Like I was like, I'm basically a mom now. And like I've been making this like really, it's not dramatic because it feels real to me, but like Katy Perry released a song called Band-Aids, and it's about how like she's tried making this relationship work for so long, and she realizes like it was all worth it for her kid. And I'm not gonna cry saying this, but like literally it released Thursday. I heard it, and then like by today I was like, oh my god, this film is our baby. And like that's how it feels. Like it's just crazy. Like the cast and crew like send us like things that they're working on, or they invite us to like things like to show us things that they've done too. And so it's just really been like, oh my god, I wasn't meant to be a mom, because I was meant to mother my cast and crew the rest of my life. So it's been a really crazy process. I feel like there's been a lot of like things I've needed to heal from, and things that I did not realize I needed to like step into. Like I thought I had stepped into like my own power and confidence and creativity, but like I realized, holy crap, there's still much more left to give.
You're building your own little cast and crew community out there in Denver, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's very fun. So we shall see where this all goes. I am over the moon about it. It sucks that I have to wait so long to share it with the world.
I know.
Especially going from being a content creator that is like, you have to post daily and you have to show everything you're doing. I'm like, this is a huge like lifestyle adjustment, creativity adjustment. But I think it's the first time that like the last 5 years finally make sense to me.
Yeah, I know. I'm so anxious because you sent me a couple pictures here and there of like the props that you're using, which look really cool, and then the practical effect that happens, and I'm like, dang, that looks really cool. Like it doesn't look fake. It looks like legit.
I know, we got so lucky. That's why I'm telling you, like, it's insane. We went from like feeling we had no community here to now being like, holy crap, there are people willing to do like so much for this because they believe in us. So it's also been this like, I can't say thank you enough. Like all day yesterday I was like, thank you for that, thank you for like, because I just can't believe like how much people are willing to do for us. So it has been a very crazy ride, but I'm like, it's really wild to think this is just the beginning. But I honestly also think deep down I was still like, I don't know, is this really what we should be doing?
Yeah.
And then after yesterday, I was like, yeah, it is what we're supposed to be doing. Like, I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah. It's like you're scared to take like the first step in. And then once you got a little taste, you're like, I want more.
Yes, for sure. So, yeah, I think you guys, if you're listening and you haven't already, like, we would really appreciate if you donate to the GoFundMe. It's linked in every episode. We are going to leave that up until filming wraps. We're hoping to wrap at the end of December, but we need all the help we can. I'm trying to, at least at the bare minimum, keep our cast and crew fed and happy, and it really just, like, it takes a village. I never imagined, like, how many people we would need for this, and so I'm just super grateful, and I really hope that this is going to make Halloween 2026, like, really exciting for everyone, because I already have like an entire like marketing rollout campaign for this. Like I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait for it to come to life.
Same here. I'm so excited. I want some more behind the scenes pictures, please.
Now, okay, so now it is okay to spoil it for you, because you were like, I kind of don't want to know anything so I could be surprised, and I'm like, I want to spill the beans to you about everything though.
Well, maybe not everything. Maybe just like out of context pictures. Like just
so
like random
put the
pictures.
Easter eggs together.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny. Okay, maybe. All right, Gold Stairs. Well, that was a very fun little catch up. Did you have anything you wanted to add, Rabbit?
No, I think that's it.
Well, then it is my honor to officially welcome Spookmas season, because you're like, not you, not yet for you.
Yeah, maybe after next week. I think
Maybe after
I'm
next
ready.
week for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for Mandy's world, it is officially Spookmas. I need a little cheer and joy in my life. I don't even know how I'm gonna do it, honestly. Like, my entire home is a set now, but I'm gonna try to find little ways to bring that Spookmas joy and share it with you guys, hopefully. But yeah, I guess that's it. I guess that's what a shorter episode is like. All right, Ghosters, we hope you had fun at our spooky slumber party.
And remember, keep horror alive and watch something spooky this weekend.
Until next time, sending you ghouls and kisses. Bye.
Bye.